LeBron James, your favorite player,
Yes.
Los Angeles Lakers, passed Michael Jordan for number 4 on the all-time NBA scoring list. First, let's just talk about that great achievement. LeBron James was a huge Michael Jordan fan growing up.
Right.
That's why he wears the number 23. So how big do you think it is for his career, and how big do you think that is for the Lakers?
I think it cemented his place, and I think he's already considered one of the greatest to play the game. Not the greatest. We don't want to get it started. one of the greats to play the
You're
game.
on record saying he's not the greatest? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, I grew up in the Mike era too, so that's hard to beat. That's hard to that's undefeated anyway. But I think that him passing Mike is a huge deal. He's got about a little over 1,000 points to catch Kobe.
Yep.
So if he can stay healthy, he's gonna catch him too. I think it's gonna put him on that Mount Rushmore of greats in basketball.
Yeah, so he's number 4. He's behind Kobe Bryant, as you mentioned, Karl Malone, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll catch Kareem? Kareem is up there with, I think, 29,000, a little over 29,000 points. LeBron just passed. He's almost at 23,000. It's like 22,300 or something like that. Do you think he can catch Kareem?
I don't know, man. That Kareem was ahead of his time, and his competition was nowhere near. Not to belittle. To score that many points is amazing in itself, but I just don't see it happening in the modern era.
Yeah, I mean Kareem, I wouldn't even say his competition was less, but that hook shot was indefensible. You can't block the hook shot,
and you can't teach 7 feet either. Like, come on, man, that's perfect combination. He was more agile than the big men of his time. So
right. Well, so I mean, LeBron, 6'8", huge guy. So he uses his physical abilities to score a lot of those points. The interesting thing about LeBron, or the big props that you have to give him, is while he's number 4 now in scoring, he's also top 10 in assists. So he's the first person to be top 10 in scoring and assists.
Yeah. And isn't he like in the top 15 in steals too?
Is he?
I think he is. He's in top 15. He's like literally like maybe 16, 17 steals behind Kobe.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, he's doing his thing, man. Yeah. And it's like, it's crazy and rare to see somebody that it comes natural to him. Like, he's just, that's him, 28, 27, 8 and 8. Right. That's amazing, man.
Yeah, now, the interesting thing is that this accomplishment comes on the heels of, if you look at the last week in sports media coverage, everybody's been talking about the demise of LeBron James and the Lakers. They've been saying, LeBron, he's not the same player anymore. Should the Lakers sit him for the rest of the season? So he passes Jordan, who is almost universally recognized as a GOAT, at the same time where people saying he's done, basically. What do you feel about that?
I think it's just a new situation for him. This is the first time he's been hurt for that long. He's missed like 17 games. Right. That's a first for him. Being in a different conference. If he was in the East right now, he'd be a game behind Miami for the 8th place. He would make the playoffs probably. So it's just, better records on the Western Conference. So it's a new situation for him. He's just got to get used to it.
Now, how much of the blame do you think LeBron shoulders for the Lakers? Because they're not completely eliminated, but they're not going to make the playoffs. Let's keep it real. How much of the blame does he shoulder for that?
How much does he shoulder, or how much should he shoulder?
Should he shoulder?
I think it's 50-50.
Okay.
Like I mentioned, the injuries, but not just to him. Rondo missed a substantial amount of games.
Right.
Kuzma was hurt. Ingram was hurt. Lonzo Ball, he's an X factor for them because he's kind of their defensive stalwart. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of the guys that's known for his defense on that team. For him to be hurt any substantial amount of time is going to, be bad for the record.
Right.
So I think, it was a crapshoot. If you have that many people hurt, that's something you really can't help.
Yeah, and I'm going to go a step further. I'm going to say LeBron's culpability in this is the Anthony Davis situation. He helped ruin the team chemistry, but as a player, LeBron James is averaging over 27 points, I believe
8.7.
8.7 rebounds, 8 assists per game.
Yeah.
Any other player, you're talking about them in an MVP consideration.
Exactly.
LeBron James are saying he's done. So I'm going to blame this.
That's crazy.
on Magic Johnson, and the GM was Scott Pelinka.
Yeah.
And the problem is when they brought LeBron to Los Angeles, they didn't bring any shooters. The Lakers, LeBron James is the only Laker averaging more than 2 3-pointers made per game.
Oh, wow.
When you look at all the playoff contending teams, they got 3, 4 guys like that.
That's true.
So nobody can hit the three reliably other than LeBron James. They're not terrible 3-point shooters, but nobody's consistent.
Right.
So I'm going to give LeBron a pass. They shouldn't bench him. You need to play him. You brought him to L.A. People paying for season tickets to see LeBron. If he's healthy.
Paying a lot.
Right. If he's healthy, let him play. I think he's shown a lot of class, despite the fact they're not going to make the playoffs. But I don't really blame him. It's just not a team that's built for the playoffs in 2019.
Yeah. I agree. And then another thing that has been going around is this whole, well, he doesn't play defense anymore. I'm so sick of hearing that.
It's true. It's
And I'm not saying it's not. I'm going to tell you why, though. First and foremost, if you look at the great teams in history, they bring in defensive specialists.
Right.
The Bulls brought in Randy Brown. They brought in Ryan Harper. They brought in the Worm. Defensive specialists. Right. The Lakers brought in Metal World Peace. Defensive specialists. Am I
Lance
lying?
Stevenson, he's a defensive specialist.
Dance. Lance to make them dance.
5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago. Right.
Yeah, and the thing is about that is that LeBron really didn't play defense last year.
No.
And they got to a tie. The last 2 or 3 years, he's rested on the defensive end and let the other guys do it. Now, LeBron still will get those key moment chase down blocks and things like that, but he hasn't been a lockdown defender for a couple of years. So I agree with you on that. It's not, you can't blame it on LeBron's defense. Injuries have a part of it, but I think the roster just wasn't built for success.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think? Who do you blame for the Lakers not making the playoffs? Is it Magic? Is it Scott Pelinka? Is it LeBron James? Is it LeVar Ball? Maybe it's LeVar's fault. Let us know. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification squad. If you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you like the page. Subscribe to our videos. Melvin, any last words?
Go Lakers.
No Lakers.